Well, hello, fine friends, and welcome to Oldehadleyvintage. I know I haven't done a thrift haul in a while. Well, today it's such a beautiful day outside, I figure we would. So come on back and let's have a great thrift haul.
Welcome to Oldehadleyvintage, where stories of the past come alive. Nostalgia in every corner, an antique paradise to revive. Antique glass and vintage dishes, holiday items, bric-a-brac galore. Step inside, let your heart make wishes, something for everyone to explore.
Well, welcome back, guys, and I'm so glad to have you here, visiting me here at my kitchen table in my nice cozy kitchen. I have a great thrift haul for you today. I found some amazing things this past week, and I can't wait to share them all with you. So, what do you think? Should we get into it? Yeah, let's do it. So, not sure of the maker, don't know who made these. Still researching. They don't glow. I know a lot of you guys like the glow, but unfortunately these don't glow. I'm not exactly sure of the maker. They do have a little bit of an etching. Gorgeous candlestick. See the etching on the bottom? Now they're really pretty. And they have this like leaf. I'll just hold up one, but there's two. They're identical. It has this nice leaf design or very Art Deco type design in the middle. And, you know, they have the two bowls for the candlesticks. And what's very unusual is I noticed, I said in the store and I saw them, I said, you know what? These are dirty. These need to be cleaned. Well, I have washed these since, obviously. You know me, I wash everything really, really well when I get them. So they came out nice and shiny clean, but they have these like little black marks here. See the black mark? Let me see if I can show it to you in the camera. You can probably see it with my finger. See it? At first I thought that was dirt. So I'm like, I'm at the sink and rubbing away. And it's not dirt. So I don't know what that is. It's something in the glass. And the other one has it as well. You can see it there. And there's another little bit of it. Yeah, on the base right here. Let me see if I can show you. Right by my finger there. I don't know if you can see that or not. See that? So I don't know what that is. And I don't know what these are either. So I'm still doing research. If you guys know, leave it in the comments below and let me know if you know the maker these are. But so far I haven't found anything. But I do have another resource book that I'm going to look through that has a lot of candlesticks and things in there. I'm leaning more towards possibly Indiana glass, but I'm not sure yet. But if anybody knows, feel free to leave it in the comments below. Ooh, what a cracker. Wexford. I know some of you like Wexford. Wexford's a fairly common pattern. My mom had Wexford. I've told you guys that story many times of me having my cereal on Saturday mornings and dipping my spoon into that little Wexford sugar bowl with the lid. I found a Wexford spoon. Isn't this awesome? Look at that. Now this came as a set. It came as with a spoon and a fork, but I only found the spoon. And it is really, really nice. I like it a lot. But there's no damage to it at all. But, you know, maybe I'll find the fork and I'll be able to bring you a set. Now, just so you know, I'm going to be having a live sale this coming Sunday, which is the 16th, I believe. Correct me if I'm wrong. I think it's the 16th. 16th, I believe. Yeah, 16th. At 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, or Eastern Daylight Time, I should say, because it's now daylight time. That's why I figured I'd have a thrift haul today, because it's so beautiful outside. So I figured like the sun shine in and maybe it'll show up some of these beautiful pieces a little bit better. But I will be having a sale this Sunday. A lot of the items I'm going to show you here may or may not be in that sale. I'm just showing you items that I found this week. Some of these items I'm going to save probably for the fall because they're a little bit more fall, Halloweenish. Or I'm just going to save in general because I can't sell everything. You know, and I still have some stuff downstairs in the basement that I want to bring up that I've had for a while and share with you guys. Found this beautiful, this I might bring because it's very Eastery. Found this beautiful dish. Isn't this gorgeous? And it's got the, actually holding it upside down, that's better, right? Yeah, there it is. So it's got the beautiful daffodils in there. Isn't that absolutely gorgeous? And they're like colored daffodils almost. Or would you call those irises? I don't know. Irises are usually more colorful than a daffodil. Daffodils are generally yellow, jonquils and that sort of thing. Now it is a Japanese piece because I can see a little bit of Nippon. Nippon is actually written right here. You can see a little bit of it. See it? So I did find this and I said, ooh, you know what? That looks like a Japanese piece. And indeed it is. And I figured that would be pretty. You know, you can fill it with jelly beans or just have it out on your table. Now it does have this little black mark, but that's under the glaze. It's not a chip or anything. It's just something under the glaze. I thought it was dirt at first, but unfortunately it's not. I couldn't get it off. And I think it had a gold rim at one time down in the bottom, but that's rubbed off too. Because it's an old piece. It's probably from the 50s. Let's see, I found this cute little haul. I'd like to find a whole set of these. But it's a little haul, what do you call them? Custard cup. And it's really small. But you know, some people use them for like Q-tips, or you can use them for toothpicks. You can use them for little demi-tasse spoons on your counter. So I found this cute little haul piece, and that's really cute. Then I found, I'm probably going to save this for like Halloween or the fall. It's only the sugar bowl. I don't have the creamer. I would love to find the creamer because I believe the creamer was in the same shape. Now, doesn't this remind you of a pumpkin? How cool is that? Isn't that cute? And it's got that luster to it. And it's perfect on the inside. It looks like it's stained on the bottom, but it's not. I think it's just the glaze coming through. But it's you know, perfect little Halloween piece. If I could find, it has a black trim on it. I would love to find the creamer to match. I just thought it was such a cute little piece. So I picked that up. Pink depression glass, guys. Did not find the saucers to go with these. I only have the cups. So I got 4 of them. And these are made by the Jeannette company. And this is the floral, their floral pattern. This one here has a little tiny flea bite on the bottom. Yeah, little tiny one, but nothing crazy. And it has this nice flower here. They also call it poinsettia because I believe these are like poinsettia flowers. So see the poinsettia flowers and leaves. So it's actually kind of nice. So I found 4 of those. I don't have the saucers, but maybe I'll come across the saucers and I'll be able to bring those to you as well. So this way you'll have the whole set. So I don't think I'll bring those to the sale this Sunday. I did find this cute little chicky. Now he's gonna probably come to the sale this Sunday. Look at him. Isn't he cute? I don't know if he's a hobbyist piece. I don't think he is. He might be just like maybe a made in Japan piece or something, but I just thought he was so cute. Look at him. Isn't he adorable? And I love how he sits. He's kind of like sitting on the angle, like waving. Whoa. His little basket of eggs are too heavy for him to stand up and hold. Or maybe it's a she because she's wearing like her little Easter bonnet. I don't know, but whatever you want. Really cute. Now check these out, guys. These are made by Ellie Smith, I believe. Now, they are either the Mount Pleasant pattern. Here's the pink. Really pretty. Now, I have seen the Mount Pleasant pattern also have a shield here. So I don't know if these actually are the Mount Pleasant. I'm gonna do a little more research and I'm gonna look in my L.E. Smith book. I haven't done any research on it yet. These are not chips. This is how it was designed. It looks like they're chips, but they're not, okay? They have these little designs going all the way around. And the handles, everything is in perfect condition. So you got the pink one, and then, not to mention, I found a black one. Now, when you hold this up to the light, you can see the purple, and it's really, really beautiful. Perfect for like Halloween to fill with your black jelly beans or your candy corn, as I'm always saying, candy corn. But it cleaned up really nice. It was really nasty and dirty when I found it, but look at how nice it is. Look at how beautiful it cleaned up, huh? Isn't that nice? Yeah. So I found both of those. So I'm gonna do a little more research to see if it is L.E. Smith or which company it is, but to find the same pattern in two different types of glass, I thought that was kind of cool. Fire King, yep. Not jadeite, but I got two of the, these are called the D-handled mugs because it looks like a D. So they're identical. Actually, one I had already and one I'm actually going to sell. And I believe these are exactly the same, yep. And the bottoms, let's see here. So one of them is older, the other one is newer. This one, I believe, is the newer one. And the reason I say that is because one is marked Anchor Hocking Fire King. See how it says Anchor Hocking Fire King on there? Ooh, see, I like having the light come in the back window. You guys can see that. So you got Anchor Hocking Fire King on that one. And then this one here simply says Fire King Ovenware. So I believe this to be the older one. So there they are. So you got both of those guys. One says oven proof. So I believe I'm correct in saying that. If I'm not, feel free to correct me. You know, that's fine. I've been collecting jadeite for a very long time, so I've done a little bit of studying on the Fire King labeling and such like that. Just like if you see anything that says Fire King oven glass, that's the older stuff. Anytime you see oven glass, that's the older stuff. The oven proof, when they started adding oven proof and oven wear, those were the newer pieces. But still old, you know, still vintage 50s, some 60s. And I mean, they made these things into even the 70s. And even, I believe it, maybe even into the early 80s, Fire King. So, what else? Then I found this amazing Fostoria amber candy dish pedestal or compote, whatever you want to call it. So, you know, call it whatever you want to put in it. But really beautiful edge on it. Isn't that pretty? And it's in that beautiful amber color. Probably going to save this for like my fall haul sale. So that'll be pretty. That was made from, you know, late 20s, early 30s or so. Then, guys, I found these beautiful Arvida Rock Sharpe glasses. Now, there's a set of 6 I found. Now, look at these. Are these not beautiful? Now, I wish I could show you that they glow. I don't know. Maybe I can show you from here. I mean, I have my... I don't know if you'll be able to see it because it's so bright out right now in the sun. But they do glow. And when I do my... when I do my sale, or if I bring these to a sale at some point, obviously I'll show you. They do glow. So these are probably from the maybe 40s. And they are absolutely beautiful. Just the detail on them. Look at the detail on these guys. The cuts and everything. Isn't that beautiful? I'm trying to get in focus there for you so you can see it. And then it has these gorgeous cuts around. Woo, look at it. Like, look at all the Jeffs. Jeffs, it's like a Jeff flower. Isn't this absolutely stunning? And each one is identical. All those cuts going all the way around. Those flowers. Really, really pretty. So I got a set of 6 of those. And those are made by Rock Sharpe, the Arvida pattern. Now I also found, guys, some You ready? I know you guys love this stuff. For our glowworms out there, found a set of 4 beautiful uranium dishes. Now, it is depression glass. I prefer to call it depression glass, but I'm calling it uranium glass because I know a lot of you guys like the glow. And yes, these do glow, but I don't think you're going to be able to see much. Oh, there you go. You can see it. These glow like the dickens. Look at the glow on these. Woo! Really beautiful. Now, what's the pattern? Well, the pattern is very interesting, and I haven't seen these before out in the wild. And you'll notice it has a basket in one of the little decorations. Well, actually, let me hold it back for you first so you can see the whole plate. So that's what the plate looks like. It has these little scallops and this beautiful floral edging. And in one of the little, I guess they're like little shields. They look like little shields. Is a basket. So you have a basket in one, and then in the other one is so cute. They look like parrots, don't they? But they're not. They're called lovebirds. Aren't those so cute? Now this is the Georgian pattern, all right? This was made by Federal Glass, probably, I would say maybe early 30s. And they made this in green and pink, maybe clear too, I can't remember. But the Georgian pattern is just so cute. And they also call it the lovebird pattern because those are lovebirds. At first I thought they were parrots, but they're not. Those are lovebirds. You can see them right there. How cute is that? So you get a set of 4 of those guys. Look at that. Isn't that nice? So those will be coming to a sale maybe this Sunday, because I know you guys love that stuff. So try to keep my eye out for it if I can. Then, something unusual I don't always bring. You guys remember these growing up? Make your ice cubes out of these and then break them and pull this out and then knock your ice cubes out of your ice cube tray. Yeah, an ice cube tray. What's it called? Presto Magic Touch. And yeah, and it's in pretty good condition. You know, there's no dents to it or anything. Obviously, it shows signs of wear, you know, on the inside and everything. But I cleaned it really well. And, you know, when you guys get it, you can clean it yourself again, too. And it's cute. And you know what I like to do if I have, like, iced tea in the summertime? I'll freeze some of my ice. After I make iced tea, I'll freeze some of my iced tea in one of these because I have an automatic ice maker anyway in my refrigerator or in my freezer. So I like to freeze like some of the drinks that I normally serve or normally have so it doesn't water down my drinks. And I'll usually freeze some of my, whether if I have like a bottle of fruit punch or if I make some iced tea, usually it's iced tea. I'll freeze my iced tea in one of these and this way I'll have iced tea cubes to just put in my drinks. So I found that. Then I found this gorgeous platter and I didn't realize how crazed it was until I started cleaning it. Now it's just so pretty. Is this not beautiful? Look at that. Doesn't it just scream Easter? Now it's made by, let's see, 22 karat gold. It's made by Royal China, Brotherhood Operative Pottery. I know you guys are probably saying, where are your glasses? You normally wear glasses. I know I left them over there before I started recording, so. But with the magic of, I guess you could say YouTube, that's better. I feel like Samantha Stevens. So it's the Brotherhood Operative Pottery. National Brotherhood Operative Pottery. So hold that up for you guys to see that. And you see all the crazing under the glaze? But you can't feel any of that. It's totally smooth. It's just, you know, it's just cracked under the glaze. And the glaze is still, you know, it's still, everything is very smooth. All the gold is still very intact on the plate. Look at how pretty it is. And it still shines really nice too. And I don't know. I like crazing. Some people are like, oh, but I like it because I think it, it adds character to the piece and it shows its history. It's a very old piece. So probably the 40s, 50s, I would say. I haven't done much research on a lot of the stuff, so. But yeah, really, really pretty. Then I found, yet again, another one. You guys are gonna be like, oh my gosh, where does he find these? He pulls these out of thin air. Another silver platter. Yes, I did. Now this one is not made by R.W. Rogers. This one's actually made by Irvinware, made in USA. I'll hold that up so you guys can see it. Irvinware, see it? Right here. So Irvinware. Now it has a little bit of a little nick or something right here. It's like a little bit of a, flaw nick right there. And I think that was, yeah, and then there's another one like right here. It's got a little bit of a, I don't know, something like some black mark there, like a little scuff or whatever, but it doesn't take away from the piece and it's still nice and shiny. I got all the goo off the back and in the front, and I don't know how old it is. I mean, it could be a newer piece. I mean, who knows, but it's a hefty duty, hefty duty silver tray. And how pretty the rock Sharpe glasses would look if you had these all on here, when you have company over. Really pretty. So I found that. Then I found this amazing ballerina, or I guess you could call it the cameo pattern. I always call it ballerina because see the ballerina? Now it's a beautiful console bowl. Isn't that pretty? Gorgeous console bowl in pink. Has 3 little feet on it. And these are, what are they? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 hexagonal. Hexagonal feet. 2, 4, 6, yeah. Yep, hexagonal plate, or feet rather. And it's only got 3 of the feet. And just a beautiful piece with the little ballerinas. They also call it the cameo. Cameo is the actual pattern for it. But most people call it the ballerina pattern. That's usually what I call it when I see it. So I found that. That is really beautiful. Just gonna try to stack some of these things here. Now this stumped me for a little bit. I had to look this platter up and I did not know the pattern at first. And I was stumped. Now it's a beautiful cake plate and heavy. So I was like, you know what? This has to be something. And I'm like, it's not Wexford. It can't be Wexford. So I did a little bit more research, and what I found out was it's actually Westmoreland. Westmoreland made this, and it's actually called Waterford. Now, it's not Waterford Crystal, but it's the pattern called Waterford by Westmoreland. And this came out, I want to say it was the late 40s, and they produced this pattern for quite some time. I think until the company closed down, or burnt down. I believe the factory burnt down too. Westmoreland factory, if I'm not mistaken. So sad, all these companies are gone now, but they're, I mean, they created this for a while as a popular pattern, but really, really a beautiful cake stand. Now it does have some surface wear, so it was definitely loved. Somebody used this all the time for their cakes and pies or whatever. Imagine all the birthday cakes that were on this. I love thinking of that, all of the birthday cakes that somebody baked and put on these cake pedestals for so many years. I just love thinking of that. So every time I see these little marks on here, it doesn't bother me at all. I just think of the stories that this piece could possibly tell. It's so cool. So I finally figured that out. So it's the Waterford pattern by Westmoreland. Very, very pretty. Now, you guys know I'm obsessed with my glass bake. I did find another piece of glass bake. Very light piece, but a tiny little pie plate. And I think it's only, gosh, I think this is only about 8 inches, maybe 7.5 inches. Very small pie plate, but very thin. So I would think that this would be perfect for pies, because if you bake pies, you know that sometimes the bottom part of the crust doesn't get brown and it kind of stays a little bit, I guess for lack of a better word, moist. But I think because this is such thin glass, it may actually make your pie a little bit, a little more crunchier at the bottom. So I just picked one up. It was, you know, kind of crudted and everything. I think that's why most people leave these around, because they're like, ugh, I don't want to clean that. Well, I just soaked it overnight and it came out nice and clean, shiny clean. More pink depression glass, guys. Now, this is actually part of my collection, and I'm going to probably part with some of it because I really don't need that much. I had a setting for 8. And it's the Doric pattern by Jeannette. You guys may be familiar with this. So I have a set of 4 plates, and they are really pretty. And the Doric pattern, it's kind of like, they kind of look like snowflakes. And just a really pretty pattern. This came in green as well. I don't have the green plates, I just have the pink. I have a setting of I love it. I got interrupted by an alarm on my phone, and I just talked for about 5 minutes and realized the phone was not recording me. So I'll go into it again. I had a set of 8 of these, and I don't need a set of 8 because, you know, really it's only just me for, you know, the holidays. And my table doesn't even fit 8 people. So I'm going to part with 4 of them. So I'll just keep my set of 4 of the Doric pattern. And this was, you know, it's got some like little flaws here and there in the glass around the edge, you know, some little bubbles and things. But this was stuff that you would find at like Woolworths or J.J. Newberry's or something like that. It wasn't high-end glass, you know, not like Fostoria or Cambridge or any of those good glass companies. But Jeannette still put out some nice stuff, you know, and I love this pattern. And so I figured I'd bring these to you guys. Those will probably come this Sunday too, along with those green plates. Now I found this bowl and I wanted to bring it to you last Sunday, and it was sitting on my table right here in front of me, but I never wrote it in my notes. And if I don't put it in my notes, as I always say, what do I usually say, guys? My mind is a sieve. So it slipped my mind. I do not know the maker, but I will say this, it does glow. I did look through the EAPG database, and I cannot find this pattern in there at all. If anybody knows the name of the pattern, please let me know, because I have searched and I've looked, and I'm really not sure. I'm not sure of the pattern. But it is really beautiful. It's a gorgeous ferner. I would call it a ferner. It does have a little tiny chip right here. You can probably see it. Let me see it with my finger. You can probably see it. Yeah, see how it has one little tiny chip right there? But it does not take away from the piece at all. Look at how gorgeous this is. All these little facets and all these little cuts, almost like houndstooth. Really, really beautiful. And it catches the light that comes in through the window. This morning when the sun was, you know, over more, when the sun was coming up, it actually hit this bowl, and it was just, the color was just beautiful on the table. It's almost like a rainbow color. And it's really, really beautiful. It does have a little bit of a ring to it when you ping it. So it's a beautiful, beautiful bowl. It has 3 legs, and it's just really pretty. And I loved it, you know, even if it's something like a Czechoslovakian type piece, it could actually be a Czechoslovakian type crystal. I'm not sure. Bowl, ferner, whatever you want to call it. Serving bowl, fruit bowl, you name it. You don't have to call it exactly what it is. Use it for whatever you want to use it for. That's the best part of antiques. You can repurpose these things. So it's just so beautiful. So I figure I'll bring that to you guys this Sunday. Then I found, for our record folks out there, wait until you see this. This is so cool. Are you ready? I'm tempted to keep it myself, but now I found an entire collection of, this is design of original recordings, the great band era, 37 top bands, 10 years of top tunes from 1936 to 1945, with all of these recordings at the bottom. This came out in 1977 through the Reader's Digest Association, printed in USA. Check that out. Isn't that incredible? Incredible. So what it is it has all the records inside here. See how they're all organized separately? And they're all in there. I've got so many things in front of me here. I'm bound to drop something here. But the records are in beautiful shape. Try to take a record out. And they are in absolutely beautiful shape. Really beautiful. You know always to hold your records at the edge, right? Or with your two fingers like this. Should never put your fingers on the actual music itself, because it can actually, your oils in your hands, or if your hands are dirty with something, could destroy the record. So that's how I was taught. So I go with that. So somebody told me that years ago, so I just stick with it. I'm always very careful with my records. So they each have their own sleeve. And there's just tons and tons of names in here. These are all the, I got some jazz music playing in the background right now. Just some generic jazz music, so I don't get copyrighted. At least I hope I don't. Oh my gosh, I think this is just generic music, so hopefully I won't. But I like listening to this type of music because it's relaxing, especially in the evening. You get home from work, you're all stressed out from the rat race. So it's nice to come home and just listen to some nice smooth jazz or whatever, or some really good 40s music. Now wait until you guys see this. Now talk about mid-century. Hazel Atlas, guys. This is a spaghetti bowl. No, not a bowl to put your spaghetti in, but you could. But they call it spaghetti because of all of this, the painting around the edge. It's a white milk glass bowl. It's made by Hazel Atlas. It is not marked. A lot of times they marked their stuff, but this one is not marked. But I did look it up, and it is Hazel Atlas, and it's the spaghetti, like a spaghetti pattern. It has no chips or cracks or dings or anything on it, and it still has a pretty good shine on the inside. And it's like an orange color. It almost looks beige from the picture, but it's like an orange type of, I guess, a paint of some sort, or an enamel that they used before they glazed it or fired it. And it's just really cool. How neat is that? I don't really find the spaghetti stuff very often, but found that. And so I figured I would bring that maybe this Sunday. I'm not sure. Or I may save it for the fall, for Halloween. I'm not sure, unless you guys are really, really interested in it. Anchor Hocking deviled egg plate. I know, a dime a dozen, right? But there may be somebody out there who's like, oh, I wish I had a deviled egg plate for Easter. Well, here's a perfect Anchor Hocking one. No chips or cracks or dings or scratches or anything. I don't think it was ever used. It's in beautiful shape. They made this in milk glass too. You might have seen that. The milk glass, and they usually put gold around the edge. It was like a gold. And a lot of times you find the gold is all worn off and it looks horrible. I found one at a tag sale. We call them tag sales or yard sales up here. Call them tag sales. And they only had like a quarter on it. So I was like, you know what? I'll grab it. And I'm going to fix it. Oh, I know some of you are like, oh, but I did. You know what I did? I took a Brillo pad and I just very lightly scrubbed the rest of the gold off, and I made it just a perfect milk glass deviled egg plate. So it looks like this, but it's milk glass. I have it downstairs. And I just took that gold off because it was all worn off anyway. And it looked horrible, and that's why nobody wanted it. I would imagine they would have probably thrown it away. So I cleaned it up, and it looks beautiful. It looks gorgeous. Why not, right? So you have your deviled eggs around the edge, and you can put your little tiny pickles, which are called cornichons in French, little tiny miniature pickles in the middle. Yeah, so I figured there might be somebody out there who's looking for an egg tray maybe for Easter. Now, couple of things here that I have left. I found another Ripley wedding cake basket. Now, you're like, what the heck is that? And why is the handle loose? Well, currently, I have soaking in vinegar the screws and the attachments for the handle that go like this. I have them soaking in some vinegar to try to get some of the rust off. And I did clean this last night. This thing was so covered in rust and in grime and stuff. So I took it apart, soaking those. I'm going to try to clean those up. I will not replace them. I know some of you are like, oh my gosh, don't replace them. I won't ever do that. I never, ever would do that. I'm going to put it all back together again, put the handle back in, and you'll have a gorgeous wedding cake basket. Now this one is really, really beautiful. Look at the design on this. Isn't it stunning? Of course it glows. The only flaw to it, you might already see it, is right there. It does have a chipper. The little chippy. But you know what? This is so old, guys. This is probably from the late 1800s. I would even say 1880s. And it is beautiful. It has a great motif around it. It's etched. And then the rest of it is cut. I mean, it's beautiful. And it is pressed glass, but they did cut some of this. So you can tell when it's pressed when it has this, when it has these lines in it. See the lines? So yeah. So it was a pressed piece, but they did cut some of it, I believe. They probably would have cut this. I'm guessing. I could be wrong. I'm still learning about this stuff too. So if you guys want to teach me something, go right ahead. I'd love to learn. So a lot of you guys are so smart with this stuff, and you guys know your stuff, and I'm still learning. So I don't know everything, obviously. It's almost impossible to know every single thing there is to know about glass and glass companies, because there was just so many glass companies and styles, and I mean, it went way back, you know, so it's really difficult to know everything, and you forget some stuff, but I like learning along the way. So if you guys can teach me something, feel free to do that. I'm here to teach you stuff that you might not know. So unfortunately, it does have that little right there, but you know what? Turn it this way, you don't see it, and unless you tell somebody, the average person, most people won't even notice. And it's just too stunning and eye-catching anyway. So how pretty is that? And that's the design on the inside. With almost like this diamond point and like shell pattern. Really, really pretty. So I thought you would like that. And let's see here. I found, you ready for this? This is I always save the best for last. And this is the piece de resistance. Are you ready? Okay. Look at this. In the original box, guys, a snack set. Anchor Hocking. Press cut. Early American press cut. And it's a snack set. So here are the plates, and see on the opposite side of where I'm holding it, see how there's like a little ring right there? That's where you put your teacup. And these are the teacups, or the coffee cup, or the juice cup. So if you're having a party for 4, how beautiful would it be to bring these out? These used to be so popular in the 50s and 60s. They would call them hostess sets, But if you're having bridge at your house, if anybody still plays bridge, it was a popular thing back in the 50s and 60s. You had your neighbors and friends over for bridge. So I found this in the original box. Now the box does fold up. The top folds back, and then it clips to the front. It goes slips down in the front. So you'll get the box too. So I'm probably gonna bring that this Sunday too. So keep an eye out for that if you guys are interested in this beautiful set by Anchor Hocking. Yep. 8-piece snack set. 4 cups, 4 serving trays, Lancaster, Ohio. Early American press kit. Yep. Very cool. That's probably from the 50s, I would think. So that's it, guys. That's all the stuff I have to show you. I did buy something for myself that I have always wanted. And I will show you that. This is not going to be for sale. But I did find one of these beautiful, just trying to put it together and hold it so it doesn't fall apart, is this beautiful porcelain set. I've always wanted this. I've always loved this Americana image on it. So I decided I would jump at the chance. And it has the top, and you guys know how you do it. You put your coffee grounds and everything in here, and your hot water, you pour it in here. Drips through to the bottom, and then you take the top off, and you put the lid back on your coffee pot, and then you serve your coffee or your tea. And it has little holes, see the drainage holes in the bottom? And they do sell little filters, like, you know, like coffee filters. They do sell little rounds that actually can go in there that you can use for like old percolators. And it would actually fit right down in there to actually filter out some of the grounds so the grounds don't come through. But all you do is just stir, you know, once the coffee goes through and it ends up in the actual pot itself, the grounds usually settle to the bottom anyway. So usually, you know, you pour them off. You get a few grounds, you'd eat a few grounds. It's not gonna hurt you. So anyway, I found that for myself. I just figured I would share that with you guys. And that is it. So I hope you guys enjoy this little thrift haul that I did for you. And hopefully I will see you guys, and I'll have some more things. Obviously, like I said, all of this is not going to be for sale Sunday. Just a few select things, and then I'm going to have some more things that I'm going to be bringing up from downstairs for you. So some of these things will be coming, and some of these things will not. I'm going to put these away for other times of the year for other sales. But I will be bringing some surprises because I know you guys like surprises. So I'll be bringing some surprises to the sales as well. So until then, I hope you guys give this a thumbs up. Please give this video a thumbs up if you enjoyed it, enjoyed all these items. If you have any comments to make about any of these items that I've shown you, please comment below. And I look forward to seeing you guys this Sunday. I will put in a thumbnail soon, so make sure when you go into that thumbnail, you click the notify button so that you get reminded that the show is starting, so you can get in and hopefully buy some real nice goodies this Sunday. And if you're not subscribed to my channel already, please consider subscribing, because once I reach 1,000, I'm gonna have a great giveaway. And what is that giveaway? I think everybody knows by now that watches my channel. I'm going to be doing a jadeite giveaway, a really nice set of jadeite. Okay, so keep your eyes to my channel and bring me to 1,000 if you can. All right. So until then, I bid you guys adieu. I hope you have a wonderful weekend, and I'll see you Sunday night. Bye for now.